Hello and welcome to today's episode. This will be our first episode up in the Premier League. Last we left off, we had done the offseason special. It was a very, very good one. I normally panic, I normally have problems. That was not the case this time. This is the first one where I feel reasonably confident. If that's a sign that, well, our season is going to go horrible, that may be the case, because every time we've done not so great during the offseason, I felt and awful before the season started. We've done very well, but we have done good. So, for those who weren't here for the off-season special, quick lesson. We brought in a number of players. All of them basically on somewhat front-loaded, mostly back-loaded deals. Got in Tron from Norway, a very good player. Not sure what we're going to do with him. He's going to start off our bench. We thought he was going to be the replacement for Francisco, but we were able to bring Francisco back. We brought in Pablo, a goalie. We thought he was going to be the end-all, be-all answer. However, he is not as good as promised. So, very disappointed with that signing, but still an improvement nonetheless. Leo Guerrero, probably the signing of the offseason. 4-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, could improve a lot. Already a decent player. He's going to be with us for hopefully years to come. Marco Borges, another young player with some good potential. Not incredible, but still good. He can be a good player in the future. Hopefully will be at the club for a long time. He came in for basically nothing. Same with Lewis. A little bit less current ability. Better potential ability. Good in the long run, hopefully. Diego Roth is another youngster with great potential. Good championship player right now. What? Okay, well, whatever. With potential Premier League standard play. We got Vito and Francisco. They're in permanently because Francisco is actually available for cheaper than expected. Good Premier Division player in the future. Good championship player right now. Both great. And then we got Antonio in. He's a right back with good potential. Brought him in for maybe a little bit more than the rest. We got similar abilities for cheaper, but still, nonetheless, all of the players that we brought in have good Premiership Division potential in the future, barring possibly the goalie we overpaid for because that's just what happened. Still young, plenty of promise, so hopefully that'll turn into something. The only area now we have left to improve is a center back. I'm hoping, considering the fact that we have no more money, and we're in debt right now, that's the money that the board promised us and said, oh, you can spend that, don't worry, for transfers. We've got $34 million, but kind of rough. Hopefully we can turn that into success and find a pretty good loan player to be a center back for us for the upcoming season. But I achieved everything I set out to do, basically, barring the center back. Every single thing I set out to do and buy this offseason, we got. We have a huge quantity of players, all very, very solid, including some backup and some backups. Didn't get to sell everybody we were hoping to. Sturge, we were trying to sell him off. Didn't quite get that going. Wormleyton, similar sort of thing. Didn't quite get that going. Go ahead and unspecify that. So, nonetheless, I'm very happy with the way the team ended up. And for some odd reason, Burstow is still the best player. Apparently he's a decent Premiership player. As I said during the transfer special, his ability depends on his mood. Sometimes he goes down to 3, sometimes he's 3.5, sometimes he's 4. I don't know what the catalyst is. But it's not me, because I don't have the DLC to modify those things. I'm not willing to pay $10 for that. So, taking a look at the squad, very happy with it. Hopefully, we can come out and do good work. We're going to start by giving Juan the start. Maybe switch back over to Folks, depending on how things go. If you'll notice, when we've been looking over the players recently, I have gone out and got a face pack. Well, the face pack, the one that everybody else has got. So everybody that is a player now should probably have a face, which I am very, very happy about. So, our first 2 matches for today. Against Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace, both expected, if we take a look, to finish near the bottom with us. We're expected to finish last place, 2,000 to 1 odds. To get top of the league, no one really, and players to watch. You got Leo and Mason just up there technically. None one's, of course, even Burstow was not expected to finish top goal scorer this year, even though he's finished top goal scorer by a metric league the past couple of seasons. Same with every other player we've got. So hopefully, our goal this year is to avoid relegation. Nottingham Forest and Crystal are both people we're expected to be able to beat. So maybe, just maybe, we can go on out and beat them. But who's to say? Who's to say? We take a look at team detailed yet? We can. We take a look at salary per year. We have a third what the next highest team has. And compared to the top teams, we are well less than 10%. Maybe 6%, 7%, somewhere in that range. It's a wide margin between us and the top teams. But we've done a lot with a little for a very long time. So I think we got a chance. There's only 3 teams we have to beat. So let's go out and start that good process today. So, Guanazu in goal, a back four of Roth, Andreu, Harvey, and Boren, Theo and Heskey in midfield, Saponaro and Francisco Burrows, backing up Burstow up front. Same system as last year. It's been working. Don't want to break the bank. On that, everybody is ready. Everybody is trained at their proper positions. So let's go out and make things happen today. Bristol we destroyed last year. Nottingham Forest were up in this division last year. So we want to try and win. Got nothing to lose. Let's show them what we're capable of. That seems fine. It's going to take a little bit of time, apparently, to get everybody pumped up. Leo and Ruth, 2 of our new players. No recent form, of course. And let's go ahead and jump into this game. Do I recognize any of their players? I do not. And quickly now. Okay, nope, we got the highlights good. And kicking the ball around, Francisco sends the ball back. Why is Francisco back there? I'm not exactly sure. Distributing out, Boren now. Going to send it forward to Francisco. Francisco up to Burrows. Burrows surrounded by 3. He almost gets the ball back, but not quite able to hear that. But now he makes his name known. Running forward, send it forward for Burstow, and Burstow just loses the ball. Straight at the keeper when he was one-on-one. And made a flubbing chance of that opportunity. Here they come, on the attack again. Good bounce over the top. Stowe tries to get it, but not able to beat out their midfield player, it looks like. Intercepted. What was that? Ball bounced off Roth's feet twice. Okay, still. Only 1 goal. 1 goal is not an insurmountable lead. Taking another look at this. A good send over to the left. There, we got it. He immediately loses the ball again. It's intercepted, and a good cut in the inside from Prass causes a goal for them. Now then, here's a corner. I have fiddled around with set pieces. We do have the new cornerbacks, who are both 6'3", also playing center back should we choose for them to come in and be some of the options are sitting around the goal, as opposed to where they were before when they were much smaller. I am considering also switching to even further pressing, just a non-stop or relentless press, because though we're good, we could certainly be better. A good save there by our keeper. Hold on. What the heck? Please don't be something big. Bring in Kane Taylor. That's fine. No big deal. He knows what he's doing. I'm going to unpause that now. It's only a 1-goal lead. As I said, not an insurmountable lead at this point. Looks like a lot of teams, though, are playing right now, and very few of them have earned points. We got to try our best. Maybe the level of competition we're currently in, it wouldn't be the end of the world if we go down. It would be very disappointing. He's offside. He was offside. Yeah, free kick given. He was fractionally offside. I saw that. As soon as the kick was given, I knew that was the case. Still, it shows that we can score. Oh, Ray to mark that. Why? Why are we marking him? Not even terrible. Let's sort it out. Get things going in this second half. Hopefully, we can come out and draw equal. Of course, we're trying to do the best we can to get 1 point per game we played. If you follow Football Manager on YouTube, you know Kevin. Follow the Kev ratio, and we will succeed. It might be, well, is it going to be a little bit closer because of the number? Regardless. One game, or 1 point per game played. Very, very easy thing to do. Looks like we're actually having a very good possession this time, building from the back. We're not actually progressing downfield very quickly, but Francisco now, support for Burstow, who's going to send it over to the right side for Boren. Chase on for Francisco. Francisco is the first goal scorer for United St. Albans up in the Premier League. Not Burstow, of course, because that would be too obvious. A very nice possession by us on that side, getting one of our fullbacks to charge forward, have a swath of people in the midfield. Francisco was the one who broke forward, pumps his foot out, hits the ball, back of the net. Simple stuff, but simple stuff often works. So we're going to go a little bit longer than normal, getting these guys playing time, simply because we've already made one substitution because of the injury. But that was even a little bit longer than expected. Let's close this down. Plays by Bet. Diego, you're coming off. We're going to bring on Sturge for you. A good and easy change. And Burrows has come off. We will bring on Zeffy. Chris, okay, we got plenty of players who can also come on. Do we want Burstow? Feel comfortable playing Tron, but we can try him up front. Just because Burstow is having a terrible game today. So maybe he just needs a little bit more time to get acclimated. He's kind of a hot and cold player. You saw that last season with that whole month that he decided he just didn't want to play. Francisco has taken a slight injury. He needs to come off. We got plenty of options there. Borges can come on. And Vito... Ooh, actually, here's what we're going to do. Duffy comes on here. Borges goes there. And... What? Oh, we already switched off one of our fullbacks. Do that then. It's fine. Vito can play for the last little bit. He's playing a good game so far today. Give everybody a little bit of a run. Dreyu now with the... I mean, it was near the corner, but Taylor sends it over to the right side. Immediately going to get intercepted. Good job. Boren. No, bad job, Boren. Bad job, Boren. Harvey, though, good job for you. Sends it to the center for Kane Taylor, who's immediately pressed down. Heskey now. Back, forward. Steffi. Heskey. Loses the ball immediately. Gonna kick. Nope. Intercepted. Nope. Blocked. Ooh, missed. We're good. We're good. Nottingham Forest. We're drawing level right now. Intercepted. They're on the attack now. When we get the ball, we can get the ball. Good job. Taylor losing it. Surrounded by too many players when you passed him to him. Okay, build from the back. Build from the back. Don't, or just lump it over the top. Lump it over the top now. Nope, nope, okay. What are we doing here? Plenty of space, plenty of space. Send it forward. There you go. Lump, lump. Lost the ball again. Every time. I'm very annoyed at how this is going. Oh, ball over the top. It's lumped. Heskey immediately loses it. Every time that they have their ball with their face towards our nets, they just lose the ball. You can really tell the difference here in quality of players. They're very good. We're not so great. Let's hope we can keep this to a 1-goal lead, or at the very least, tie the game up. Got a red card. Let's go very attacking in these last couple of minutes. See if we can turn... I mean, we can't make any substitutions, so... And with that, we have lost our first game. Far from pleased with that result. Burstow, specifically with you. However, this next game, I'm hoping we can come out and score a victory against Crystal, who, if you remember, we destroyed last season. We were very good last year, and Crystal were not. So we should, in all honesty, be able to take them on and win pretty comfortably. I'll be back with game number 2 in just a few moments. Good news and bad news for game number 2. Good news, we're going to get to see some new players. Bad news, it's because we've got injuries. Leo is out for... it was about 3 weeks. was the upper estimate. He's out for 8-2 for now, and then 8-3 for Francisco. Whatever that injury he picked up is a bit more serious than expected. Luis will come on in the very near future. He's not recommended to be selected. He's going to sit on the bench, but for now, no big deal. We also, I don't think, have any worthwhile youth development players, so we'll just play with a bench of 8 today. Not the end of the world. We've been doing it for, the first time we've actually got 9 substitutions. So, small changes. Tron comes on, a Shadow Striker, because look at that finishing. My goodness. He very much enjoys. He's also okay at kind of everything else. So he's going to come in and be a Shadow Striker. Could still be an advanced playmaker, but he's not the greatest at passing. He's not the greatest at some of the other stuff that I would think he'd need to be as a playmaker. So that's fine by me. Kane Taylor, of course, reprises his role as a midfielder on attack, which is also very, very nice. He's been with us for how long? Since 2025. So 4 or 5 years now? Very, very nice. Happy that he joined the club. Everything else is the same. Andreu has gone up his ability, now matching his... he was a little bit better at cover, but now he's just as good at his current position. Everybody else looking quite nice. Want to give Folks a start? No. We'll continue with what we've got. Only 8 substitutes out of possible 9? Yes, that's fine. Not the end of the world once again. Hopefully, today will be a win. Home form is important. We have to win our home games. No excuses. That should be something. Ah, there we go. It's teams that we think we can beat. They feel good about being pumped up. This is probably going to be our first losing season ever with the club. So I'm not looking forward to that. Harvey almost gets the ball. Nothing ends up getting as a result. Just, okay. Growth. Different growth, of course, than the stream save. Pesky now coming forward, sitting over to this left side. Sapinar to Taylor. Going down. Plenty of options in the center if you want to pass it. Vito. I'm going to send it to Burstow. And Burstow scores his first goal for the Premier League. Game number 2. Pulling us ahead by a goal. And within about 5 minutes of play. Very nice. I mean, we just... Compared to the last team who basically stole the ball from us at will, these guys... I mean, did that man just get nutmegged? Very nice there, Burstow. 2 guys in front of him, but he was able to find the through path for the ball. Now, they're on the attack. Of course, I recognize some of their names, simply due to the fact that we played them a few times in the past couple of seasons. Burstow was offside. He was offside. Left the ball alone because of that. All over the top. Why are we playing this heading game again? It's going to result in a goal? Of course it is going to result in a goal for them. Why wouldn't it? Nope, it results in a corner because our goalie decides to pick it up stupidly. Okay, well, I can be angry. Dell, now. Cleared. Good job, Burstow. Not cleared fully. Side now. Stay in front of the ball. Good job, Tron. There's the end of that highlight. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Not many shots in this game. 2 shots. We scored 1 of them. Plenty of game left to play. Everybody's playing reasonably well. Boren's not having the greatest of game. Go ahead and shout some encouragement. Make the team feel a little bit better about themselves. They did not appreciate that. Okay, maybe some praise next time. We should probably get some more shots in, but if this goal stops as a boring... Oh, no, apparently now the encouragement went off. The world. Got Boren, our tall boy, clearing the ball, and it bounced off a... It's a good clearance, but it was just a poorly executed corner. After we cleared the ball, we really should get people in the proper position. But no, we just let these 2 guys slip in past everybody, and no one was awake to it. So they get a slap. They get a slap. Our back, again, I knew our backline was going to be a problem. Our hope is we can score enough goals. Not taking nearly enough shots. Let's get that thing going. Get the ball forward. Let's score something. Just because we're up in the Premier League now, I don't want you all to be overly nervous. Because this is a team that we really can beat pretty easily. Burrows now steals the ball, sends it over the top for Vito to chase on. Vito sends the ball into the back of the net. Vito's not too nervous. He's having a good game so far. He wants to win the Premier League. I don't think we can do it, Vito. I'm sorry. Give it a few more seasons. You still might be with the club with your potential that you currently have. So don't feel too bad. Most of the players we have a lot of our starting unit we have at the club we are possible to bring them down, play with us long term. Now then, substitution clock. We bring off Andreu. Bring in another not so great center back. That's passable. Bring off Diego. We'll bring on Sturge and call that good. Another 10 minutes will pass. Hopefully, if not a whole lot happening. Then we'll make some more substitutions. Ron not having the greatest of game, he can play for a little while longer because Boren definitely needs to come off. We just want to refresh our entire back line. Harvey's having a pretty decent game. We'll leave him on. Bring off one of the midfield players. Bring on Prezektes as a deep-line playmaker on defend. I really want to give Prezektes a shot. I tried to sell him off over the offseason, but he had just signed with us not too long ago, so he had no incentive. But he's probably going to be one of the ones that are going to get transitioned in not too long. Plenty of options now of people that are tired. Well, we have got only one player we can bring on. You, however, are definitely going to be a playmaker on attack. That's what we're going to be training you as. If we're not, we're going to start training you as one now. Roll. And you're going to be playing in that position going forward. Kane Taylor is going to be... confirm those changes. Kane Taylor is going to be a little bit tired, but that's okay. Feel too bad about that one. Kane Taylor, forward for Trond, over to Vito, forward for numerous people. Vito, good job getting the ball again, and he was just destroyed. Holy cow. Okay, I don't know about that one, ref. I probably would have given him the penalty, but if that's going to be it, we have won a game in the Premier League. The first of many to come. Oh no. May have spoken too soon. Cleared. Not cleared. Not cleared. Not clear. Missed. They missed. Still going. Another 30 seconds. Hey now, Taylor. Send the ball forward. Send the ball forward. Don't let them get possession. 30 seconds left. Surge, what are you doing? Don't head the ball. Taylor, go forward. No, forward. Don't let them get it. Don't let them get it. There we go. Yeah, stop. Stop them. Stop them. The ball down their field. There we go. Whew. We have won a game in the Premier League. 3 points through 2 games. A very good job by Vito, who had a very nice game today. Overall, a not amazing start, but a good start nonetheless. Nice victory. Well done. One of the ones we definitely need to take against people that we are better than at home. So hopefully we can go out in the season and continue winning games. We're currently sitting middle of the league. That's not going to continue. I'm expecting us to be right around here. 15th to 17th would be a great result this season. First place would be an overwhelming one. That's not going to happen. Nonetheless, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Feel free to follow the links down below if you want to see some of my content. And I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. You should watch another. Please.